I'm Candice Strickland reporting for Mocs News. It's that time of year again. Registration for classes is just around the corner. Priority registration. Registration for students who are currently enrolled in the summer or spring semester begins on Friday, March 23rd and ends on Thursday, April the 5th. Open registration. Registration for all incoming students begins on April 9th. All graduate students can register beginning on Friday, March 23rd. You must have an alternate PIN from your advisor to register and drop. Your registration appointment time is available in your My MocsNet account on the Academics tab through the registration status link. Registration appointment times are based on cumulative and earned hours. Cumulative earned hours does not include the current semester's hours. Before attempting to register, be sure that you have reviewed and handled any holds that prevent you from registering for classes. Holds can be viewed in My MocsNet in your registration status or in the My Holds link.
I'm Tia Kalmon with Mocs News. UTC is putting their eye on the green prize as they're trying to become one of the most sustainable universities in the nation.
Average utility budget, it's well over $5 million a year. So if we all work together to conserve electricity, natural gas, and water, then we can easily save 10%. That's my goal for the next year, is to reduce that by a good $500,000. And conserving the environment for future generations, it's just the right thing to do.
The dining services on campus are saving 185,000 gallons of water and an estimated 1,667 pounds of chemicals diverted from going into the water chain, as well as electricity for hot water sanitation by foregoing the use of dining trays. This also cuts down on food waste and saves money in product purchasing.
The vendors, Chick-fil-A and some of the other vendors, they recycle 100% of the oil that they use, and they send that off and it is reused. In 2011, the bakery changed to a self-serve station, so they've eliminated some of their paper products and plastic products.
Kitchen appliances have been upgraded to Energy Star standards. Low-flow faucets have been installed wherever possible. Not only are the dining services contributing to UTC's green efforts, the construction of the new library is going to be LEED certified,
which is Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. It means that there are various things that we're doing. We're using local products. All of the contractors are required to recycle as much of the material as they can. There will be a green roof.
The students' involvement has been instrumental in UTC's efforts to go green.
A couple of years ago, they voted to have a sustainability coordinator here at UTC, and this position is a result of that. So it's student-driven, it's student-supported. So, you know, helping that group of, helping the students to really learn more about sustainability, about environmentally friendly products and things that they can do to make a difference, as well as looking at our energy efficiency across campus. That's something that the students have brought to UTC. So it says a lot about the university. Shutting down your work area, your classroom, or your housing area every day, turning off your computer, unplugging appliances, turning off the lights when you leave a room. Those are very basic, common sense things that you can do.
Students can also purchase reusable coffee mugs and fountain beverage cups with the UTC Blue and Gold Make Green logo and receive 99-cent refills on hot and cold drinks.
On Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m., Professor Jewel Spear Brooker, Professor of Literature at Eckerd College, gave a lecture about T.S. Eliot.
The parallel conflict between thinking and feeling is as old as human consciousness itself, and is explored by philosophers from Plato to Descartes to Thomas Hobbes to Gilbert Ryle.
Brooker has written and edited 8 books. She has spoken at Yale and Harvard on her theories. She has received fellowships from the National Endowment of Humanities. Brooker has served as president of the South Atlantic Modern Languages Association. She recently completed a 6-year term as member to the National Humanities Council.
Whatever happened to just liking music? Generation is a fast-moving generation. It's like every second there's just something new happening. There's something new that everybody's talking about. It's a new trend, a new thing that just stirs, you know, the minds of our youngsters today. You know, with music, it's something different. It's always a new artist that comes out that puts so much impact onto the listeners that, you know, the listeners become these fans. You know, it's pandemonium. It's everywhere. You know, like Lady Gaga, she stirred up the media. You know, Katy Perry stirred up the media. Wiz Khalifa has done that. I mean, a lot of people have done that. And I mean, it's almost to the point where, you know, the fans are just, you know, they want to be the artist now. It's not even about, you know, the music anymore. It's about being a part of that music that you're listening to. You know, with Wiz Khalifa, he had a thing called Taylor Gang. And, you know, now the listeners call themselves Taylor or claim Taylor Gang, like they've been part of it since it even started. You know, Lady Gaga had her Monsters. Justin Bieber had the Believers. I mean, it's just crazy how all this happens so fast, and it's crazy how it's all just goes downhill after that. It's not like, you know, you hear too much of Taylor Gang or, you know, Monsters. I mean, you might still see Believers, they're holding strong. And it makes me wonder sometimes, do people even like music for music anymore, or do they just like music because they feel like they can be a part of something? All of these little cliques that are going on. Whatever happened to just liking music? Whatever happened to just going ahead, buying a CD and cherishing the music that's on it? All of a sudden, it's all about being a Barbie or, you know, a Wolf or a Taylor or a Monster. It's kind of scary in a way. All of this happens so fast. I mean, every 6 months, it's a new thing. What happened with the longevity with music? I mean, yeah, these artists are still relevant now, but, you know, what's going to happen when they don't become relevant anymore? I mean, how long will it take? I'm afraid these artists won't even last for 2 years because of how fans are these days. I've seen fans go as far as to actually emulating the artists themselves. And it's just scary how that happens. Like, how hard do you try to be a fan of music? I mean, I understand the #1 fan, but back then the #1 fan used to just have all the albums, all the posters. Now you have to go as far as to dressing just like the artist or being the artist. It's scary. And it's just crazy how all of this happens so fast. I mean, the impact that the artist has on you know, peers today is just something else. Then it probably wasn't, it most likely wasn't like that. I mean, yeah, you had a few people that were like that, but of course, people just like music for music. People would actually go out, buy the CD, buy the album, the record, whatever, you know, you bought your stuff on, and they would listen to it, talk about it, you know, being to the point where they would go to the concerts. Even concerts aren't the same anymore. I mean, I've been to concerts where everybody's holding up a phone rather than raising their hands up. I've seen more phones than hands these days. Our generation is so sucked down in technology to the point where we can't even enjoy aspects of life anymore. So me being part of this generation, I mean, of course, I've downloaded my music, but I still like to embrace music for what it is. I'll buy CDs from time to time. I like having physical copies of that stuff. You know, I like embracing music because it's music. You know, music keeps me sane, it keeps me around. You know, that's basically the staple of who I am. And I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the staple of who everybody else is. So, I mean, can we all just embrace music? Can we all just like music? We can't go beyond music. Music is nothing more, it's nothing less. It's just music.